Robinhood. Rob from the hood and give to the rich, am I right? No, I'm just kidding. I just said that so YouTube knows how to tag my videos properly. But if you ever wanted to own expensive stock like Google or Amazon, or even the world's most expensive stock, Berkshire Hathaway, which right now is priced at $267,954, but just could not afford it, well, now we can. And I'm gonna do that right now. So we're gonna look up BRKA. There it is. It's very expensive. And I'm gonna buy it right now and hit the shares. Buy in shares, hit $1, swipe up, and we're good to go. And you can do this too with as little as just $1. Because today we're gonna talk about investing with the Robinhood app. I'll show you a step-by-step overview of their brand new features, drip and fractional shares that I just got access to. I'll show you how you can get them, how and why you should use them to make money with. And even if you don't use Robinhood or fractional shares, a few of the things in this video will be useful little nuggets. And then later in the video, I'll show you exactly some things to be aware of because no one ever reads the fine print. Just like when people look inside this empty box right here and all they'll see is just one empty box with no trapdoors, no playing cards, no mirrors, and no bunnies, right? You had one job. Read the fine print. Hi, my name is Andrei Jikh. I'm super excited because today I'm going to show you how to invest using Robinhood's brand new features, Dividend Reinvestment Plan, and Fractional Shares. This is super cool because for the first time in Robinhood, we can create a personalized fund of stocks that is equally weighted. And what I mean by that is, if you were to buy a stock like VOO, which is Vanguard's S&P 500 Index Fund ETF, within it, you might have companies like Google, Amazon, Facebook, all that good stuff, but those stocks are not equally distributed in your portfolio into equal percents. You don't have control over that stuff. But with fractional shares, you can buy stocks like Google, Amazon, and Facebook and distribute them equally into percents under your full control. So I'm super excited to show you that. But before investing in the stock market, we do need to get some money, right? Right, so I'm gonna go get my stimulus check, which I believe has arrived just today. I'm so excited. Let's go get stimuled. Yes, and I'm back. I was right. I did get my stimulus check. I'm super excited because in 2018, I wasn't really working a steady job, so I barely made anything. I think I made $30,000 that year, which is a substantial decrease from all the other years I spent working. I was really depressed and just kind of stayed in bed and cried myself to sleep. Fun times, but this should be the full $1,200. So let's see what I got. Yeah, they sent me a check all right. A reality check, because in 2019, I reported substantially more income than $75,000. So if you're in a similar situation as me, and you made less than $75K in 2018, but more than that in 2019, then this year, wait to file your taxes because we all got an extension on our taxes until July 15th. So if I had just waited to do my taxes, then I would have been $1,200 richer right now. Corey!
Huh?
Can you stimulate me later?
Financially speaking?
Of course. So first, let's start with fractional shares. Fractional shares allow you to buy any stock with as little as just $1. So the first thing you want to do is open up the Robinhood app, and down below in your news feed, it should say something like introducing fractional shares, invest as little as $1. And that's the thing you want to click. And then you want to click get on early access. And then wait in line forever. But once you get it, here's how you can use fractional shares. So first, look up your most expensive favorite stock. For me, that's Berkshire Hathaway, Warren Buffett's company. Of course, it's worth over $200,000. It's not something I can buy one whole share of. So I'll look that up, BRKA, and you'll see the little trade button or buy. You can click on that. Yours might say buy, might say trade, it doesn't matter. Click on it and it'll bring you to a new menu that will look probably differently than mine. It doesn't matter because what we're interested in is in the top right-hand corner where for me it says dollars right here. So if you click on that, which again, yours could say something else, it'll show you all the menus and all the different ways that you can actually buy this stock. So if you click buy in shares, it'll give you a normal market order and you can specify exactly how many shares you'd like of Berkshire Hathaway or whatever stock you're looking up. So I'm gonna put in one share and we can see that I cannot afford. So I will specify instead something like 0.1 or 1/10 of a share of Berkshire Hathaway. We can still see that I cannot afford. So in this case, you understand you can put in as many shares as you'd like, and it's gonna buy it in terms of shares. But a better way to do this, instead of shares, is to buy in dollars. So go back to the upper right-hand corner, and you can see buy in dollars, and you can see that my buying power right now is currently at $9,463.09, which of course still isn't enough to buy a whole share. But in this case, I just wanna put in $1 worth, so I can put in $1, click review, and at this point I can just swipe up and then buy just $1 worth of Berkshire Hathaway, which in this case gives me 0.000003 shares of Berkshire Hathaway, and that dollar is going to grow in proportion to however much Berkshire Hathaway grows as it relates back to my dollar. Another useful thing you may consider doing with fractional shares is buying broad market exchange traded funds or ETFs. Now this is really cool. This is like stocks within a stock. It's like Inception. So let's say you have $100 to invest, but you don't want to buy just one stock because you're smart and you watch all my YouTube videos and you smash the like button, and you know that broad market index funds and ETFs beat 99% of people, including myself, with far less work. So let's say you didn't have that much time to look at every company's balance sheets, you just didn't have time to devote to investing, and you just want to automate everything. So the stock you may want to buy and look into are stocks like VOO, VTI, or SPHD. These are all ETFs that I own. They're amazing, and I talk about them in my other videos. So let's say you want to invest this $100 into something like VOO, which is Vanguard's S&P 500 ETF. Now I realize that is a lot of acronyms, but to put it simply, by owning this one stock, you get access to 500 companies that are split into tiny fractions amongst its current price of $228.20, meaning by owning that one stock, your money is spread across the top 500 companies in the whole of the United States. It's almost like a fractional share built in. It's really cool, but even though these are some of the best stocks to invest in, they can also sometimes be very expensive. Until now, fractional shares, because now you can own this ETF for as little as $1. So your $1 is spread amongst 500 companies. Talk about spreading yourself thin. Life be like that though. But to buy it, it's the exact same process. So go in the upper right-hand corner, click buy in dollars, and let's say I wanted to put in the $100 worth of VOO. You can see that gives me 0.438212 shares of VOO. So almost half a share. Now, when I put in enough money for it to be considered a whole stock, it'll automatically be converted and I will finally own a unit. So that's fractional shares. It's a very powerful feature because not only now can you buy very expensive stocks for just a fraction of the price, but now you can also recreate index funds and entire portfolios under your full control. So in theory, you could copy Warren Buffett's portfolio down to the T. You can copy my portfolio. You can copy literally anybody's stock portfolio, which I'm not saying you should do, but now you can with just a few dollars. In the case of my portfolio, you'd need close to $100 because I have 100 stocks, but the idea is that you don't actually have to buy entire shares outright. But this is how automatic millionaires are made, because this feature is the prerequisite to the next feature, which I think is the coolest feature of Robinhood right now, and that is the Dividend Reinvestment Plan, or DRIP. Now, outside the finance world, you don't want to get the DRIP. But when it comes to investing, it's one of the most highly sought after features that people were asking for since Robinhood was created and since I've been investing with them in late 2014. Now, I know other brokerages like Charles Schwab, M1 Finance, Fidelity have all had this feature long before Robinhood came along, so it's nothing new, it's nothing groundbreaking, but finally, for the first time ever, Robinhood has it too. What's DRIP? Now, more specifically, when I like to invest, I get paid at different times throughout the month because I like to collect different types of stocks that people like to refer to as blue chip dividend stocks. And this money that gets collected gets held in my Robinhood app in the cash section of the buy power. Now here, I can either send that money back into my bank account and spend however I want, or I could just use it to buy more stocks with. And this is called reinvesting, which is also called the magic of compound interest. And this is where your money generates interest, and then that interest generates more interest, and so on and so forth, creating an infinite chain link reaction of your money making money. So let me show you. If you go to the bottom right-hand corner of the screen, you'll see the little person icon. So go ahead and click on that and go to Statements and History and click Show More. Now it'll show me all of my Robinhood activity here. It'll show me all the stocks that I've bought, all the stocks that I've sold, my dividends, my upcoming ones, the past ones, and I can actually filter all this activity by going at the top and clicking the dividend category, and now it'll just show me dividends. Now it is this money that I will just sit and collect and wait until I collect enough to actually buy another stock. So if you go to the bottom left-hand side of the screen, the little squiggly line, the graph, that's where it shows me how much of my buy power is available. So if you click on the cash tab right there, it'll show me buying power right there. When I have enough money, I'm gonna buy another stock that I think is worth it at the time. The problem is that it's all a very manual process, and then it takes a while for enough money to collect for me to actually buy another stock. So DRIP and fractional shares allow me to do this automatically by taking that money and reinvesting it back into the same companies that paid me to begin with. So if we go back into the menu that shows me all of my dividends, let me find a stock that I really like. Right here, Coca-Cola, KO, has paid me $20.50 on April 2nd. So if I click on that, it's gonna show me all of my shares, how many dividends I've received per each share, all great, but if I scroll down a little bit lower, it's gonna show you Edit Dividend Reinvestment. So if you click on that, you can see all of these different companies where I can turn on or off the dividend reinvestment plan. Now by default, they're all turned on, which is probably the way you should keep it. But an easier way to turn on this feature, because you're brand new, you're just getting started, you may not see a dividend history list. So if you go back to the main menu in the bottom right-hand corner, the person icon, you'll see the investing tab. So go ahead and click on that. And if you scroll down, you will see Edit Dividend Reinvestment, and that's another way to enable this feature. Now doing all of this with the dividend reinvestment plan has a few benefits, like the time value of money, because your money is never just sitting there and it's collecting dust. Instead, it's always working for you 24/7 instead of going into your buy power and just doing nothing. But you should still be aware of how Robinhood is treating DRIPs and fractional shares, because if you're a dividend investor like me, you should know that owning fractional shares still gets you dividends, which is awesome. I'm so happy about that. So if you own 1/10 of Disney, you get paid 1/10 of Disney's payout on that date, rounded to the nearest penny at the end of the trading day. Stock splits also work the same way. You get paid and split equal to the portion of the fraction that you own, so they all count. But you can only buy stocks that are valued at $1 or more and have a market cap of more than $25 million, and you cannot sell a stock for less than $1. So technically speaking, you can't be a penny stock trader and get away with it for free. Also, some stocks are not yet supported. Not sure which ones, because most of the blue chip dividend stocks I invest in are already available to buy. However, what if you want to switch brokerages and go somewhere else because you get sick and tired of Robinhood, which could very well happen? In that case, Robinhood treats fractional shares two different ways. You can either have a full transfer or a partial transfer. Now this is done with ACATS, the Automated Customer Account Transfer Service, and it's a very standard service that costs around $75. And in the case of a full transfer, all of your stocks will be moved from Robinhood to your other brokerage, but your fractional shares will be sold and that money will be given to you. In a partial transfer, your stocks will also be moved to a different brokerage, but your fractional shares will remain in Robinhood. Just remember, whichever option you choose to go with, fractional shares cannot go with you. They'll either be sold or they'll stay in Robinhood. I should mention, unless they become whole shares when you buy enough of them, in which case they'll be transformed into whole units, and then you can move them to a different brokerage. However, there is a common misconception that DRIPs allow you to not pay taxes on the money you receive because it's never money you actually receive. And it makes sense why people think that, because that money gets automatically reinvested. But that's actually a myth, and you still have to pay taxes, because death and taxes, the IRS always gets its cut. But don't worry about it. You don't have to keep track of every single penny that you receive. Did you hear that elbow pop? Ooh, I'm getting old. But seriously, you don't have to keep track of every single penny that you reinvest, because most brokerages, if not all of them, actually give you a special little number that you can plug in to a piece of software like TurboTax or whatever other software you want to use, and it will automatically calculate all of your DRIP and all of the taxes for you. Even if you use an accountant, they too also have a special software software, they plug in the number, and all of your taxes get automatically calculated. Drips and fractional shares are extremely important features when it comes to investing, especially as a beginner, because they help us build good, consistent, long-term investing habits, which again, over a long period of time, is exactly what creates wealth and what will make you into an automatic millionaire by taking advantage of that compound interest and the magic involved as the Ace Wunder of the world, as Albert Einstein put it. I'm not sure if he said it like that, I'm just gonna pretend that he did. Yeah. Also, I lied about what I got in the mail. It wasn't actually a stimulus check, it was Robinhood's debit card, and I was so looking forward to doing a cool unboxing video, but their packaging is really underwhelming, so here's my unboxing video. And we're done. Most anticlimactic unboxing video ever. You get your free stock with Robinhood. Also, don't forget to get your free stock with Webull by funding your account $100 or any dollar amount to get one free stock valued up to $1,400. Follow me on Instagram. Stay safe, stay healthy. Love you. I'll see you all Monday and Friday. Bye-bye.